Hello, Bluetooth. It's the one and only Icebound Glaceon. We're back for another Scrap Mechanic video, and welcome, Poison Dark. Yeah, it does. See, it shows in participants. See, yeah. Oh my God, Carl and his Charmander already. I don't even know if you guys can hear it. Whatever. And apparently, I'm. You know what? That's a problem with this. Can I resize this? No. The bottom is cut off for me, but not for them. That's why I like borderless, but I can't do borderless because then I can't see chat. So I have to be able to resize it, but I don't freaking know how. Whatever. I won't be able to see my toolbar properly. But I guess that's true. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like having it hidden because then when I put my mouse on there, I have to wait. I don't like waiting. But if it makes it so I can see, I'm impatient. Yeah. If you guys are wondering who I'm talking to, I'm talking to my roommate. He's right next to me. So we're gonna be simulating wind, which is not gonna be fun. I'm hoping I can input manually into a micro thruster. If not, then this is going to be a pain in the tush. Um, First of all, let's see if I can actually change the power of a thruster using logic. So let's just go like that. We'll put that directly on there. Probably doesn't matter. We'll try doing this. Okay. So by the looks of it, that won't affect it. Well, but wait. Okay, let's see if we just do that. How does this react? Okay, it reacts just the same. Well, let's try a range of colors. Because I need variable thrust on a thruster. I'm going to take that as a no as we're randomly poking here. Yeah, no. That's going to be a good no on that. So we can turn it on or off using this, which is kind of, I guess, not really useful, but because this can output a 0, or if you give it a 1-tick pulse. So let's just go to the 1-tick button. We can put this one to brown and this one to white. So we have up. Uh, yeah. So we have on and we have off. Because I'm assuming if it's a decimal place, it will not work. So if we set this to, say, that value. Yeah, it's too small a value. It doesn't work. So yeah, so we could do that. Which means we'll probably need multiple thrusters, but I don't want to use multiple thrusters. Okay, next option. Um, Oh, you can use a number value for that one. That's actually quite useful. Really, Carl? Cool. Alright, so a problem with using this, though, because we can actually change the power level of this one. The problem with this one is the fact that it's, well, it's not 1 wide and it's not 3 wide. It's an odd width, which is a kind of a pain, to be honest, because all the ones here are like not designed for. Oh yeah, that one's actually. And I can weld to this side. Can this one take a? I totally can. Okay, we'll be using this then. That works perfectly. So let's see if we can actually output that then. So how am I going to simulate wind? So we do need to do a little bit of math, unfortunately. Let's see which value actually adjusts the power of it. Because an orange one is on. Does it say? No, it just says use the number input. Okay, so let's try using white. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. So that's clearly not power. We have white, gray, that. Um, huh. See, we set that to white. That becomes a reset button. Okay. Let's look at the smart controller. Power is black, white is speed, gray is stiffness. So would it be a black input, even though black doesn't seem to work? Because clearly, that isn't changing the output. Even if we set it to a ridiculously high number. You can have multiple inputs though. I wonder if it just can't push suspension. Because that's a ridiculously high number and it's not pushing it. That's a pain. But it does say it has a default power, which means we can adjust the power. Oh, press E to cycle modes. Duh, I should probably just read. So let's see if I can now use a input from there. We'll change this to purple. We'll put this one to white. Okay, now let's try with a suspension set to 1. Push E on it and have that input into there. So let's do slash console. WS reversed, only WS, AD, WSD. Well, looks like we are going to, in fact, have to use this one, because that's clearly not going to work. Alright, so that crushes it. Let's see what if we do that. Then we increase, and oh yeah, we can. But it doesn't look like it can go too much stronger though, which kind of is unfortunate, but at least we know we can do that with that one. Okay, so to simulate wind, as we can show by the thruster there, say if we take, we can just get rid of the fucking console. Okay, so say if we take a vehicle, let's just take a frame, right? Doesn't really matter what the vehicle looks like as long as it works, right? So we have this frame, it drives. Okay, can I not press space, please? I'm trying to do alt. There we go. So we have, just a standard vehicle, doesn't do much, right? It's just a frame, right? It drives, has suspension, whatever, right? Not too amazing, not too great, whatever. It just works, right? So say if we take a simulated wind, which would be, say, an orientation block, which would, God, why am I not finding things? Orientation block. Okay, so you take the orientation block, right? And we put it on a world, right? Which would output a direction to a smart controller, which in this case we'll just use an electric engine, doesn't really matter. Well, I'll put that into there, which should output a degree, which should also just make this part work, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Because why not? Then we'll just put that there, and we'll put that on the bearing, right? And we'll put this to, like, I don't know, that. So hopefully, okay, that clearly does not work. So let's have this rotate with this. So it should, hopefully, always stay in the same direction. Should always want to point that way. Or not. So let's try right-clicking on that. No, okay, that doesn't work. Tracker. Duke piston. I have never heard of a Duke piston engine before. I'm trying to press E. Apparently I haven't played Scrap in very long. It's been like a day. Let's try putting this straight down. Let's see if that works better. We always want this to point in one direction, so why is it not pointing in one direction? The heck is this? Oh, that actually works? You would think that would have a hell of a lot of friction and not work. Interesting. But see, you'd have to put it at a 45-degree angle, though, or a 30-degree angle. We don't have the ability to. Well, no, you could. You could actually. Never mind. Hmm. That's something to try. So why is this world thing not working here? Clearly does not work. No. Because I always wanted to face one direction. Okay, what if I take. Actually, you know what I could just do? I could just take fucking this. Can I just do that? No. Do I have to put it into multiplier? So that doesn't output a negative or positive angle. Interesting. Oh, you've made one. Interesting. You specialize in piston stuff. You specialize. Oh, I probably don't. It probably doesn't work in this. I was gonna spawn in my V24. Huh. you you specialize in piston stuff, eh? 1,000 horsepower engine. It's overkill by a huge margin. Okay, what does the world option do though? Does that just point down? V12 Boxer 6. Cool. I wonder if I take this and I take this and I take the. Oh my god. I really don't like the fucking thing being there. My taskbar, because I'm clicking on it when my mouse goes down there. Um, compass. Compass. So we go. If we take this and we paint it white, it goes in last. We put the subtract, and then we take this and set it to that. You know, if we put this black, white. So it is making a negative or positive, which is interesting. So now if I put the orientation block on this and have that input into there, does that magically do anything different? Okay, now if I paint this black. So you can clearly see the world clearly doesn't do anything. It does tell you which way to rotate though, but that doesn't tell you. Okay, so now what if I do So if I do player, actually wait, couldn't I just put that on there and put that to compass and then do that? Wouldn't that work? That looks like that works. Let's slow this down. Yeah, that works. Right? It always stays in the one direction. Yeah, screw the orientation block. Okay, so now we have a way to point it always in one direction. Obviously, we can adjust which direction the wind's going to come from, but for now, that's what it's going to be. So now the next thing we need to grab is we need to grab the vehicle's mass, and this is in kilograms. Not that that's important or anything, but we'll be using this for our calculations. So I'm going to assume the heavier the vehicle, the larger the vehicle. The lighter the vehicle, the smaller the vehicle. Because you're not going to have a gigantic lightweight vehicle. That's just not a thing. So you're also going to have heavier vehicles being, well, probably have more surface area or carrying more things. So it will play a little bit into aerodynamics that way. So if you take the mass and you have this as, say, a multiplier, because the bigger the surface area, the obviously the more wind will affect you via friction. Wind resistance, sorry. The next thing we'll take is which direction the vehicle is facing. So you notice how we have... Oh my god. Really? Game. There you go. So we have the orientation of the world. We have a compass, right? And we have a orientation that way, right? So what happens if we subtract these two values? Put this on subtract. We'll paint this one white. We'll have that go into there and this one go into there. So now we have a new output value. Right, and we can output this into its own, well, we'll use smart engines, but for now we'll just use electric engines because I'm too lazy to code it. Right, we'll have this go into there. I get it to put it into a smart engine. As I said, I'll do that later. For now, I'm just using electric engines. Just because I'm too lazy. Okay, can my fucking... I really hate having the taskbar down there. It's really... Can I just, like... Can I just lock it in off position? No, I can't. Whatever. You know what? I'll do this. Put it there for now. Whatever. Yeah. As I said, I'll do that later. For now, this is just concept. Like I already said, I'll use it later. Right? So now if we take this angle here. You'll notice this angle will be slightly different than that one. Hopefully, actually. Or apparently not. It'll be the exact same. Okay, so now we have to grab the vehicle's rotation, which is that. That's already grabbing it from there anyways. Oh yeah, because we're going to have wind different than... Okay, yeah, so we'll have a wind value, which will probably just... Well, will we have to do... No, we'll have an offset, so that's fine. Because we're going to have wind the same direction as the orientation for now. Okay, so that means we have to take that angle and do a little bit of math. Maybe overcomplicating. So you know how a vehicle from the front has this much resistance? If you take it from the side, it has more resistance. Like a semi can't drive perpendicular to the wind when you have strong winds, because they will flip over. So a lot of them will have to go parallel to the wind, whether it be front or back. Whether they got tailwind or wind against you. Or sorry, oncoming or tilt. Right? So what I'm going to do is say if you're at this angle, it'll be a about 2 times the strength of wind, 3 times here, and 1 times here. Because I want to make it close to realistic without being able to add it. Oh, the thruster system? Well, I want to be able to adjust the power of it. Right? I want to be able to adjust the power of it. Otherwise, I'd be using one of the small thrusters, but you can't use that. Well, you're saying a normal thruster? It's the same size as a normal thruster, except for I can weld it from near middle. Dude, I've already said later on I will use a smart engine. I get that. I'll do that later. For now, it's just concept. I just want to get it working first, and then I'll smooth it out. You keep saying do smart engine. I will do that later. Jesus Christ. I get it. It takes one smart engine and one counter block, but still, I'm going to do that later. Alright, so the next thing I need to do is be able to calculate. Oh boy. Okay, so we need a counter block for 180 and a counter block for 90. And let me just grab a one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now we have our one that's 90. We have one that's 180, right? Yeah, no, I got it. So here's what we're gonna do: is we're gonna take the orientation, right? Usually we would use the wind, but for now we're just going to use that, so we don't need to bother with it, right? We'll take the orientation, right, and we're going to compare it, right? So we're going to say, is it greater than a certain value? There should be a greater than. There we go. Greater than or equal to, yes. Greater than or equal to 90. And we're going to actually have this one being black. We'll put those black, right? So we'll have those go into there. I really hope that value didn't change, but just in case I'm paranoid. There we go. So if we have it greater than 90, right, that angle. So we should see, if we go to below 90, it should turn off. Or is it just not going to let me go to 90 ever? It should. Okay, maybe we'll have to grab a different one. We'll grab orientation. Actually, we'll grab compass. Okay, so what if we grab this value? We should see it turn on when it gets to, above 90. Or that looks like less than 90, not greater than 90. Yeah, okay, so I have to paint this white. Yeah, because we only want it off for that. I know. No, I had it right before. I had it right. Okay, so when it's greater than 90, right, we want to, let's see, what was the thing I put? Where's Discord? Okay. If it was greater than 90, then we would. It would take 180 and subtract it from this value, right? So we take this and this is dumb. Huh. How do I make it only grab from there if it's... Wait, is there a way to make it so it only goes with a certain color? Okay, there's order of operations with black and white, but you can't just enable it or disable it. Which means I would have to use an AND gate, or an AND. Is there no AND on that one? I wonder if this can... Where is it? If this can output it then. Because this just outputs a yes, not a value. Right? But we only wanted to output a value when this is on. So I hope I could just do it that way. Hopefully. And also we want it to do that. So I am curious what this value is right now. So let me just take a counter and a number output. We'll put the counter over here and we'll just take a... Let's see, what's this value? Oh, wait, I don't want counter value. I want a addition value. Doi. There we go. So that's 160. Okay, so now what's the value of this one? 19. Would you say that works? If it goes over the value, so you go to 360, and as soon as you go over 90, it subtracts from 180. Or not, apparently. Wait, am I grabbing it from the right... 90, 180. No, that doesn't work. Damn it. Because I want 180 minus this value, but only if this is active. Which it just looks like it's always active. So I have to find a way to toggle it. because it looks like it's only adding or subtracting 1, not as and pass through this value. So I wonder if I can take put this through that. No, you cannot, because I'll output a 1 or a 0. Use a multiplication block activated. That would, yeah, except for here's the thing. Oh no, you're saying to get a okay, yeah, I see what you mean. So you take a multiply, right, by 1, right? So that would become 180 only when that's on. Then you take this and that'd be subtract. And then you subtract this from that and make sure this right here is white. And you can put that black. So you're saying that. And then you're saying that should output the value I need. Yeah. Wait, but I don't need it to 180. Would I do 180 minus? Yeah, because it goes 0, negative, yep. And it should go positive again. And then hopefully when it gets to, yeah, see, we need it to go negative again there. Right? So now we need a greater than 180, right? Which will be this one right here. Greater than or equal 180, which will be there, there. This is why I like having chat. It's so nice to have chat. Right? Because then I could do, I don't even have to do anything else. I can input it to the same block, right? Right? Okay, so we have this, and then we have a go negative, which is good. Then we have a go back up, and we want to go back down again, which means we can't just output it directly into that. We have to actually take another one of these and subtract it from another 180. Oh, well, never mind. I'm just done. Give me a second. There we go. Much better. So you have, oh, that goes not in the direction I wanted it to. There we go. Probably still is not the direction I want, though. That's a car. That's a whole car. Is he building a car? No, this is just a template vehicle I made a while ago. I'm just thinking. Because I want it to go up and then down. But right now it's going up and then minus 180, but up again. Which is why I thought minusing, Yeah, let me just take that off there. take that off of there as well. Okay, now let's see what value this is right now. 180. Okay, good. Okay. So that's outputting 180, right? Then we'll take I figured I could just input 180 as a minus again. I know, I could just input it as a black value, couldn't I? Right? No, I cannot. Hmm. Let's see, when compass is... Oh, well, duh. There's my problem. Pfft, doy. Then goes to didn't go to negative. Why you... Okay. Which means... Wait. Negative. Goes back up. Didn't go negative. Fuck. What the... Can I not input two negatives? Or is that just not active? The fuck happened to this? This is outputting 0. Okay. But it's never turning on. What? Why you know turn on? It's detecting for 180. Why you know turn on? Almost got stuck there. What's connected? It's just if the compass is over 180. Right? Isn't that what it's trying to output? And it multiplies by that. Isn't it the exact same circuit I have there? This is over 90. This is over 180. Okay, what if I set this to negative and lower than that? Do those just swap? Yeah, those just swap. Because the value before of the compass, like if we take this directly from there, it does get to 180, does it not? What the fuck does this compass do? What? Goes into a negative? Oh boy. The fuck? It goes negative and positive. Interesting. That's kind of dumb, but whatever. I'll entertain it. I want to see if my math is right there. Let's see if this is actually 180. Hey, I know colored blocks properly. Woo! Good on me for knowing which colors do what. Okay. Then how does this go into... Oh boy. Oh, do I not have it? There we go. 180 minus that value, right? So we have 0, go to negative, which is proper. And we have this value go into positive again. Like, can I just like take this value instead of this value? Can I just do that? Can I just do that? Multiply 180 and then subtract it again? That kind of works. Except for it goes from... I really fucking got my template vehicle stuck. Okay. So let's see. We wanted to go from... So we want to go up until you get to 90. Then you want it to start going down. But see, when I want it to go 90, I want it to go down. I don't want it just to... I want it to go down by an increasingly large number. Hey, Nate Dog, welcome. Car uses colors as fuel. But yeah, see, and when it goes to here, I don't want it just to go negative, right? I want it to start going down. So what is this? Yeah, I don't want it to go down. I don't want it to invert. Wait a second. Wait a tick. Let me just... Can I just like... Oh, God, fucking sick again. Because remember, it goes positive 180, negative 180, right? Instead of to 360. So let's see, where's 0 on this? So we have 0, right? And when it goes to 90, You know, it still goes up. Still goes up, still goes up, and then once it gets to so let's see, let's try setting this to 180. Okay, no, I wanted that to count down. What's it do when I get to Hey, I technically converted it into a no, I didn't. Hmm. Wait, so that one outputs that value. What was this one output? A variation. Okay. That's just it trying to center. Oh no, I don't want to get into vector thrust. Well, sorry, this is technically vector thrust, so I don't want to use trig for it. Even though I might have to. But see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so it goes to 90, and then goes from 90 back to 0, right? And then goes from 0 back to 90, then from 90 back to 0, right? And I swear what I was seeing earlier is this dumb compass goes to 180, then goes to, yeah, negative, right? Change your name, cool. Like, can I just, like... Can I just do... So if we set this to 90... Right? Did I clicked it 9 times so that it hooked up. Cool. Okay, so if we take... So I bring in negative output, and this would be positive output, right? Then we take our... greater than. We take our less than, right? So that'd be negative 90, and then positive 90, right? And then we have our multiplication block, right? So we have that, and then we need another counter. So we can set the value of those. So well, no, we can set them to 90. That's fine. right? And then we'll have this as minus. We'll have this one set to, actually we kind of want to do 180. I'm just curious what this outputs. Okay, so that's actually adding those two numbers together. We don't want that. So what I'm going to do, am I grabbing the wrong, no I'm not. Okay, so we don't want to grab that, why is that going into there? Okay, so we want to take, the heck? Why is the negative one not turning on? Does this have to be white? As if that's less than or equal, it's not less than or equal to any value. God damn it. There you go. Right? Yeah, so then you have that multiplied by 90. Which apparently doesn't want to work. Cool, whatever. So apparently you can't minus two numbers with one, so you have to fucking do it twice. What value? It's on compass. What the fuck? Okay. What the? Okay, so I need to subtract 180, not 90. Do, 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 do. Okay, so we have 180, right? Or so we have compass compared to 90, right? So we have, oh fuck it, let's check this value over here. Is this truly 180? Cool, it is. Cool. Okay, so we take this compass, we say if it's greater than 90, right? Then we take 180 and we subtract the compass, right? And that outputs a value, right? Yes. Okay. So now we take, say over here, we take negative 90. And if we say the compass is less than negative 90, right? To take 180 again. And this time we want to add it to that value. So we don't actually want to go in there, we want to go into here. But I guess this would just be 90. Which apparently doesn't want to work. Okay, let's just do a math block for now. Right? Yeah. Go. So let's see what the value is. Negative 20. It is not less than 90. So why is this one active? There we go. Much better. It goes up to, Lord. Cool. I gotta pay attention to my driving instead of the numbers. Cool. So we go negative, and then we go to positive, and all of a sudden it's fucking, what the fuck? Do we have to like subtract? Well, no, it should be a negative value right now, shouldn't it? Okay, instead of trying to add, right? Why don't we just subtract it again? Cool. And then it resets. Which means we don't actually need that. We just take it directly up from there. Cool. And then once it gets to 0, yeah, there we go. Yep, that works. Cool. So we had two options. We could have used the 360 minus this, right? Would have gave us a streamline output, right? Or we could just use negative 90, and it works just the same. Do I read this? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so now that we got that, now we can divide the output by 4. Or by 90. Right? So now we can take set output divided by 90. So we'll paint this one black. And we have 90. Right? So now we have 1. That value should not go up that high. Because the value should never go above 90. Since when does that value go above 90? Oh boy. Let's try that one. Wait, can I just... Wait a second, can I just do... if you add me on Steam, the link should be in the description. Just curious what this output is. That doesn't output anything. What if I take 90? That makes things so much easier. Because as soon as it gets to 90, resets down to 0. Except for we want it to invert. Which means... yeah, no, yeah, you guys add me, and then during the next stream, or anytime I'm playing afterwards, you guys can join me. The rules are simple though. If you crash my game or cause me too much lag, you are unfriended. Simple as that. And there is no second chances. So, yeah. So tread lightly, but yeah, I'm willing to accept anyone. But yeah, see, we have value increase. As soon as it gets to 90, then it resets back to 0. So that does it every 90 degrees. Right? I am curious what happens if I paint this one white, though. Yeah, that's just weird. We want this black. Okay. So now we want it to go downwards. So how do you get it to go downwards? One, two, three. Cool. So now we take this, and we go into a math. I wish I put that there. Damn it. We take math block, take that, we say minus, and we paint this one white. Right? So now if we look at this value, it should always be a positive number instead of a negative number. Right? Which again, we could do, is it minus this value or is it higher than this value? Am I an otaku? Yes, actually. Well, okay, otaku, in the sense that I like anime, and I think anime is cute. Certain characters are cute as well. I enjoy it, yes, but I do not want to indulge myself in the Japanese lifestyle or any of that stuff. I don't want to be a weeb. So yes, I am a fan of anime. Am I obsessed with it? No, not necessarily. Okay, how do you get to go from 90 to 0 in the opposite direction? You're a weeb too. Nice. Okay, so 0. How do you get it to go downwards, though? Like, can I just take a negative output on it? Like, can I just take two compass things, one negative, one positive, offset one by 90 degrees and do that? Is that how this works? Can I just do that? Because that's already set to 90, right? So, like, if I just go... Huh. That's interesting that you can lock the... You can actually lock... Wait, that's actually pretty cool. This is actually kind of useful. It sets it to 0, 90... Wait, if I put that to 45... Oh my lord. Did I just... Huh. Other than it flickering, I just... You know what? I'm going to do it this way. This way seems much easier. Let me just set this to 45. What's your favorite anime, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, what genre is my fine? Oh, you like isekai. Oof. Okay, so now this should lock it to every 45 degrees? Or does that not work that way? Okay, 90 worked, but for some reason 45 does not work. I wonder why 90 works to lock it with a rotation. Interesting. Because I would love to have a 45 as well. So I could have... What if I set this to white? What does that do? Interesting. It breaks it for a short time, which is actually not what we want. Okay. So now what happens if I change this to black? -45. Do 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 do. Wonder why there's a slight variation in that. Like why it flickers. If we use orientation block, does it still flicker? Oh yeah, it still flickers. Compass. Cool. I kind of wish it didn't flicker. Because if that didn't flicker, this would be absolutely perfect. Right? Because now I have to take a variation, right? So I have to take, well, here's the cool thing about this. Actually, I have a thing. If you're ever curious, I don't know if you guys can actually see this. Let's see. No, you can't. Okay, good. I'll put this in chat. It's on my Discord server, but I'll just put it here. Oh, whoops. It'll say it's by Royal Grey Fox. That's just my ult. But yeah, there you go. I kind of like how the 90-degree one was no, put it 90 up to 90 every single time. Went up to 90, reset, went up to 90, reset, went up to 90, reset, went up to 90, reset. Because that's interesting. But there's also this, which is it locks it to 45-degree angles, which is also really, really cool. I didn't even think it was. It is 1 a.m. in the morning almost. But yeah, this pretty much locks it to 45-degree angles, which means I just have to have 8 outputs, right? Or 8 detections, right? So what I could do is if it ends in a 4 or a 5 or a 6, right? Which I don't know how to grab that though. Like, can I say if this is, can I grab this value here? Does that work? So I don't grab those two? Like, can I do that? Let's see. If this is equal to, can I grab that? And say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. That's this is this is this is good. See, as I said, I wish it didn't flicker, right? Because now we can take the value 5, right? So now we have oh great. Because now we have 4 of our angles done, right? And now we just need 90 and 270 to be separate, right? 90 and 270 to be separate from yeah. Because we need 90 and 270 to be 3, right? And we need 0 and 180 to be 1. We need anything that has a 4 or a 5 or a 6, in this case for that last digit, to be a 2. And then we'll multiply that value by the strength, right? And then we'll have the mass also be a multiplier that goes into there, just as it's a larger vehicle, so it's to have more wind resistance, right? And that should be it. Um, I inputted my favorite anime list in the chat there. That's my favorite anime list. You can probably tell the genres from there. I don't have a single favorite genre, but I have a bunch of genres. I pretty much watch anything. I don't like. Oh my lord, what's it called? I don't even know. Wait, so does this go to? Interesting. So it goes 40, 0. Okay. We have 45. Again, don't know why it flickers, but it does. Then we have 90, right? Should snap to 90. Yep, then 90. Then we have 135, right? Then we have 180. And then it goes to 135, which is kind of an odd jump. That's that. Hmm. There's gotta be an easy way. I could say if it's a 3 or a 9, right? Oh no, because it wouldn't be 3 or 9. We'd have 90, 135, 180, 5. Is that? Oh yeah, 90. So we can grab 8 or 9. Cool. So we can grab 8 or 9 from this and have it as a value 3. And we can grab a 0 or 8 and have it as a value 1. Right? So now we can take counter block, right? We can have this set to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And we can add a math block that says if it's equal to 9, right? Oh, not that value, this one. Really? Nice. So now we have 9, and we also want to pull what was it? Okay, 8 or 9 is fine for that one. Okay, so then we want to grab 0 or 8. So we need, well, 0, you just put a blank counter block, doesn't even matter. We have 0 or 8. Oh. Ah, shit. Because we need 89 or 90, but we don't want 180, which is a slight problem. Really? You can call the number. If you have the receipt, you can call the number and they'll help you out. Be like, yeah, the code ripped. Like, can I have the number for this? So you still get your money. It's not gonna just disappear. It's still there. It's still active. So we've had a lot of guests come into our store and complain about gift cards. The store can't do anything, but if you call the number on the back of the gift card itself, they will most definitely help you out. So yeah, that's always useful. I'm actually glad I can still pull it like this though. That's actually pretty cool. But yeah, we want that one to be 9. As I said, I wish this didn't flicker. Because then I could just grab 8, right? Just flat out 8. Because that's a 9 right now, I believe. Yeah, 9. Right? Let me grab an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I install a mod for this? Yeah, I'm using the mod pack. Then we also want to grab 8 and 0. So we want to do both of these. But I'm only using the mod pack. So we want this one. Both at the same time. So we want. Oof. How am I going to grab that? So that goes to 90. So we want those at the exact same time to output. I guess I could do it that way. So now if we go to 180, it should output. Yeah, there we go. So we have 180. We also want one where I'm covering my own logic here. Oof. We also want one where let's grab another math block. Right, we want to grab oh shit, is it morning already? Rust Lord sent me a call. Oh, you must be watching the stream then. He's back and he's gone. Oh, you can't see it in chat for the anime thing. Can we play scrap? If you're currently watching the stream, Rust Lord, you have to wait till next stream to join. Wait, Russ, did you join the? Oh, you did. Oh shit. Oh, you both joined. There you go. There's the anime thing. Okay, so we want that. So we want that one to be equal to all those to be equal, and that should output. So when this is equal to 0, so we should be able to turn this way. Nope. And that, yeah, that one should output, which is fine. Right, so now we have, oh my god, so much logic. 4. So we have this one and that one. So that'll be if it's 0 or 180. So we have 0. So if we're facing that way, right, that should be on. And if we face the opposite way, so if we face that way, should be on as well. See? Right? And then if we face this way, we should have 1 on. Yeah. And if we, that same 1 should be Hmm. We're gonna have to do and get shenanigans with this again. Oh boy. Cool. Okay, so we have our one good already for 0 and 180. So that's whether you're going towards it or away from it, this will output a 1 value, which is good. Ooh, yeah, Kwanzi show. That's King's Avatar, right? Or no, maybe I don't remember. It's a Chinese one. Because Kwanzi Fashi, the first season was good, second season was shit. Kwanzi Gasho, I believe, is King's Avatar. I might be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. What other Steam games do I play? Well, I'm trying to get into VR. I did recently get a bunch of VR games, so I will be doing those. Ah, shit. I accidentally unplugged my audio. Have you seen the newer SAOs? Yeah, Alicization. I'm currently watching it, actually. Okay, so we want... Hmm. Oh, we can pull this one out if it's a 1. That would be actually pretty useful. So if we set this value to 1, right? And we have this, add another equals condition. Put it... Obviously, I'll remove any redundant ones, right? So if this is... Then we want another one that says if not. Actually, you know what? No point in doing that. I could just do this. Nor. Right? Cool. And then we have our... Where did I put the 1? Right here. Cool. So if we have this equal to 1, right? So right now we're at 90, right? I do want to check what this value is. This is a mess. Okay, that's an 8. So that one's 8, this one's 9. So this is outputting when that value is 9, right? So the 9 needs to go with the 90 degrees needs to be when this is a 0. So this one and this one need to go together. Or not. That one. There we go. And then it should be this. Just clean this up. Do that and that. Then we'll have that one and that one. So now if we go to 180. Oh, that's not what we want. So we have 90. And we have negative 90, hopefully. Yeah. Just flickers a heck of a lot. Okay, I could just pull not equal to 1 instead of all this. And there we go. Much better. As long as that is not equal to 1. And then outputs. Good. Okay, and then we have our 45 already set over there. So this is already our 45. So now to clean this up. So we have OR. So we will put the OR right there. And we need that one, and that one. 4. Okay, so now let's temporarily set up 3 lights that show us our values. So we have that one, and that one. Let's see if these cycle through properly. So we have 0, we have 45, we have 90, we have 45 again, hopefully. Yep. Then we have 180 again. Perfect. Then we have 45 again. Then we have our 90 again. Cool. Okay. And that should pull out our thruster inputs properly. Hopefully. All that logic. this mess. Just for that. Oof. There's probably an easier way to do this, honestly. There's probably an easier way. Like I could probably go no, because no, never mind. This is fine. Episode 5. Oh wait, what episode am I actually on? Videos, anime. Let's see, what episode is this? Properties, episode 9. Oh, I just haven't updated in a while. I'm on episode 9. I have yet to watch episode 9. Yeah, let me just update that. Oh god. Page 2. Doink, doink. Wait, no, because I didn't watch episode 9 yet. There we go. The Underworld season, the part 2. More of the Underworld. I'm on part 2. I only have 4 episodes left of the entire season. The entire part 2. Here, I'll just show my screen, because this will be easier. Doink. Yeah. See? I have that and that. That's it. Everything else I'm caught up on for this season. I'm even caught up on those and caught up on those. So, yeah, and there's like, it just. Okay, Babylon, I think I'm behind. I apparently haven't downloaded any episodes in a while. Special 7, I have those. No Guns Life, I have those. Ariwa Suki, I have those. Sokigeki no Soma, or Food Wars, I have those. Or Foodgasms. I kind of wish they would have got rid of Kirito. I'm glad the latest episode. I don't want to spoil things. Never mind. I don't know how far you are. Why do I always files? Because I actually I download them. I torrent them because it's so much easier. Doink, doink, and doink. And doink. Okay, so if we take the mass, which I have no clue what the mass is, let me just add a number, another number block here. And we'll put this to that value there. Then we will we need this connected for that. Oops. Wait, I could just do 2 number blocks here. Right? And have this one being that value there. Because do we we grab that one as well? Damn it. How are you forsaking me? Okay. So we'll do that one, that one. There we go. I should be able to do that and that. I have actually never watched a single episode of Rick and Morty in my life. Fun fact. Alright, so this should still work now. Now that we have that there, which means I can put that there, and this whole thing should be good. I just want to see what this value is. Okay. that's that's. I don't think it's any heavier though. I doubt it. Yeah, no. Cool. I don't really watch cartoons. I watch anime, and I get it. Like, it's kind of the same thing, but like kind of the same thing, I guess. I don't know. Cool. So I think we had one here that was the value of 1. It's value 5. Value of 45. Value of 9. Value of 8. Value of 1. Okay, so we need this one here. Right? Actually, we could just have that output normally. That's perfectly fine. Because we need a value of 2 and then 3. So the one that's at 180, which should be this one right here. This one we can keep the exact same. That we can actually directly output from here. Right here. Right? So you can put that in the multiplier for that. Right? That's actually, no, let's just put it back into here. Right? So we'll just put that back as a multiplier, and we'll put that directly up from there. Because then we could just plug these ones into there, right? We actually want to, multiply mass. Cool. So we just go boink, multiply those, except for we don't want it to be off. We want at least one value to go through. Damn it. Wait, so we don't want any value at all for 180 or 0, right? Oh, you gotta go? Okay, so I don't need anything that has to do with this circuit. Yeah, because 180 and 0 I don't need to do because it outputs a value of 1. And I'm just going to be multiplying by 1. I don't need that. I only need it for the other two. So I just wasted a bunch of shit. Oh boy. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do temp 45. And I'm just going to start deleting shit. Because 90 we have. Right? Okay, so we need don't need that value. Okay, so we need. Oh boy, what do we need? So I'm assuming there's a 90 and a negative 90, right? 90, negative 90. Cool. So we want if this value is equal to 9, and we want if this value is equal to 5. That's all we need. 5 or 4, and 9 or 8, but not 0. So we do actually need a number block here. And we need this set to that color. We need to come from that block there. And we need to say this is not equal to so that one's 5. That one's 9. Well, no, yeah, then that should be fine. Because if we have this one's equal to 5, right? If that's equal to 5, then it outputs. And if this one's equal to 9, we don't need the 8. Oh, wait, that was 5. Oops. Cool. So I don't need yeah, I did have a lot of unnecessary logic. There you go, that should simplify that a hell of a lot. um, yeah, that's a lot easier of logic, if I do say so myself. I guess I could pull 5 or 4. But no, it should be fine. Cool. So that's that easily done. I would like to smooth out the smooth it out a bit, but doesn't really matter. I kind of wish orientation would smooth it out, but we don't have that luxury. Cool. So now we can take that, and now we have our multiply by 2 and our multiply by 3, right? So now all we do is we take that's, we set 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? And we have this go multiply, multiply, and we have that go into there, this go into there, this go into there, and this go into there. And I can do this if this is because this would be really simple to do. If these two are both off, right? I'll put a value. That goes into there. So now we have 1, 2, and 3. Those go into there, and then we have that multiply by this, right? And we want to make sure. I don't think it matters what value it is. Cool. We don't want that strong of wind yet, and we also want to put this on a smart controller because this is the time to put this on a smart controller. Right, so we want to take that, and we want to set the value to. I gotta find out. Set to 45. Why not? Let's see if that even works. That is the value for 45, right? Yeah. Does it have to be a different color? Wait, if I just set this to white, I could remove the color off of those. That should work just the same. Yeah, works just the same. Which means I can now change the color of that block to something that results in power. Okay, so now which one is speed? White. Pretty sure that breaks if I put it to white. Is this a kite? Lol. Okay, so now we want to divide this by probably 3. Just right off the bat. We could divide by 5. Actually, I could just divide by 45. Is that one even colored? It is colored white. So we're not going to use 45. Let's try 5. Of course. I don't think that's the one I'm looking for. What? Mhm. So that's double. That's triple. Yeah, okay. So it does affect it appropriately. It's just we gotta make it a lot smaller. Which is what I was kind of hoping to do 45. Because 3K is still a hell of a fucking large number. What value is this? That's 5. What value is this? 9. Okay, so we were essentially dividing by 10. You know what? Let's fucking divide it by 10. Why not? And then let's have. Go into that. It just fucking pushes it right over. We need much less strength for wind. Yeah, because that's too strong for wind. Okay, so let's put a new counter block. We'll put this to a value of about 500. Should be more than enough. Let's see how this handles this. So if we go with the wind, it should be a weaker value, and then if we go slightly against the wind, it should be stronger. Then if we go perpendicular to the wind, it should just spike pretty much. Okay, that's too low of a value. So we need to make this stronger. Um, so that's 100. So let's go against the wind, right? I think that's the value of 100. Okay, game. Let me jump. There we go. Yeah, 100. Cool. Yeah, so okay, actually right now we're at about, it says 90, but we're probably about 45 degrees. Okay, now we're at about a 45-degree angle. And we're perpendicular to the wind, so it should be spiking a bit. Yeah. And then if we go 45 this way, we're against the wind. It shouldn't be double. It should be at 45 right now. Hmm. Is the wind not staying in a standard direction? Um, maybe I just need the speed higher. What if I just do like a multiplication block? Do this by like that, and have this being white. I'm just fucking disconnecting this to there and connecting this to there, and then resetting it. That is not staying consistent at all. What the heck? When did it just suddenly stop being consistent? Oh, is it because I'm using. Oh my lord. What? Oh, doi. That one. Why is that? Oh, is it because it's set to white? God fucking damn it. Wait, was that one supposed to be painted black? Yeah, okay, so that's 3 times. Should be 2 times around there. Yeah. So now there's always wind in that direction. It's just not very strong right now. Actually, if you get perpendicular to it, yeah, it does push it. Oh my god, the wind. Yeah, I guess that works. So if you go against the wind, it doesn't really affect you. If you go perpendicular to the wind, it's double as effective. And if you go 45, it gets double as effective. And if you go completely 90 to it, it should be enough to pretty much. Yeah. Might actually make it slightly stronger. So right now I have it divided by 100, and then multiplied by 9. Or no. What if I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Just multiply it by double. Double effective wind. Oof. Oh my god. You can most definitely feel it. Okay. Yeah, try going against the wind. But yeah, with this you can change the angle of the wind, you can change the power of the wind. Also, if you go perpendicular to it, it's quite a bit of force. As you can see, yeah, it's quite a bit of force. And if you go 45 degrees to it, it's still a decent amount. It's enough to make it so your vehicle's not perfectly balanced anymore. Yeah, this is fine. Oof. Oh my god. Yeah, having a wind is just like oof. Also, you'd probably want to put this in the center of your vehicle. Let's double. Yeah, that's much better. Now to compact this module. Because I don't need that, or that. I can probably remove a couple blocks in here. You can also probably smooth out that bit. And then move the smart engine in there as well. Then put that on top. But yeah, if I put this part next to right here, put that on top, put the smart engine there, put those in there, then yeah, that'd be a module. A fully functioning module. But right now this is kind of just derpy. It's like it's just like yeah, going against the wind's not too bad. Going with the wind's too bad, not too bad. But going just trying to go straight, trying to go straight perpendicular to the wind is not the easiest thing. Like it just pushes you, and like you can feel it too, because like if you're going forward, right, you're still being able to pick up speed, right? You can still drive against the wind. You got a freaking car, and if you're going with the wind, you feel it pushing you, right? But if you're going perpendicular to it, it's just like it's not nice. But no, I call this a success. Here, let me just call this temp 45. Save, overwrite. Yep, she works. She most definitely works. Right? Is that what wind would do if you had this kind of vehicle? Is that how much it would push you? Or would you have to be heavier? I don't know. I kind of want to put it on another vehicle to test it. But it's trying to go to 3 times wind. Just because it has more surface area on this side compared to this side or going perpendicular. Because I'm going based off of, I'm saying pretty much 2 times if you're at a 45-degree angle. Because this is more surface area than this, but not as much as flat like this. Because you have pretty much half, because it's being split, right? But I still consider this more than that by about double of what that is, but not even close to how little this is. So that's why I have it doubled. Hmm. There's probably redundant stuff in here, but she works. And I can also smooth it out, make it so. I could smooth it out and make it so it looks for a 4 as well, just so the 45 is a little bit smoother. I can also make it look for a 9, like an 89, right? And that would smooth out that side as well. because I already have a 9 in there, so I just need one for 8. So I need a counter for 8, right? I need an equals. Then I need an and, right? So it's 3 more gates for just that. And then for the 4, I need, a number 4, right? I need an equals, and I need an and. So realistically, it's only 6 more gates to make it smoother than this, which means I could probably tone down the power. But I don't know. I find this kind of you can feel it. It feels weird having wind-ish kind of wind. Whee! Oof. But yeah, like, sure, I could just make it so, you have a thruster constantly push you, but I think it's kind of more interesting to have it based on the angle of your vehicle to how much the thruster actually pushes you, right? So, like, if you're at a 45-degree angle, it's pushing you more than if you're just going straight into it or straight away from it, right? But if you're completely parallel or perpendicular to it, it pushes you more, as you can see, which is awesome. Because like if I'm perpendicular to it like this, you can tell it's kind of affecting it. It's not bonding me out my suspension. And I did it all with just the mod pack. I would rather have a single thruster for this, but like a single size thruster. But I also made it so it's dependent on your vehicle's mass, because I don't think you can do based on the size of your vehicle. So, but yeah, that's once I finish that and add the few little touches, I'll upload it to the workshop, and you guys should be able to test it out. I don't know. That's kind of fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. God, that took fucking 2 hours. Jesus Christ. But at least now I can read chat while playing the game, so that's a bonus. If you guys, want to hang out after the stream or play with me ever again, I don't fucking know. Add me on, go to my Discord, add me on Steam, yada yada yada. Um, Basically, anyone that's added me during a stream, which this one person did, his name is Poison. Cool. Now he's able to join me next stream, or whenever I'm playing the game in general. He doesn't have to wait. The other person asked, but they didn't add me on Steam. So yeah. Also, if you guys like the audio or visual quality, I am tempted to go to 1080p instead of 720p. Just let me know. 60 FPS is pretty much a staple. I'm not going below 60 FPS unless I'm playing a Pokemon game. Go figure. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, if there's anything you want me to make, put it in the comments down below, or if there's anything you've made, put it in the community creation section on my Discord.